Starting out your grow weather this week, as always, the weekly drought monitor. The same situation as last week for Nebraska, which is extremely good. Almost 70% or better of Nebraska drought free. There's still that area where there's moderate drought up towards north central, northeast Nebraska through the Sandhills and the southwest part of the state. However, in Kansas, going from 10% extreme to just over 8.5% extreme. Severe was at 35, now down to 33.55% as far as the severe category is concerned in Kansas. So at least Kansas gaining on it some. No big chances of moisture in this forecast coming up the week ahead. In fact, below average temperatures will be seen across Nebraska and Kansas, and a big share of the country for that matter, and then above average in the west. A very large area of low pressure will start pulling cold air out of Canada in the week ahead. We probably won't even average up near seasonal, which should be around 88. As far as 30 days out, temperature-wise, it looks like near average across Nebraska and Kansas. Just a slice of southeast Kansas will be above average in the temperature category. And then 3 months out, and that means we're going to be getting closer to fall. Temperatures below average across Nebraska and the northern half of Kansas. Hopefully that does not mean an early frost this year. Well, 6 to 10 days as far as precipitation, above average almost all the states to the east of Nebraska, below normal, however, across most of Nebraska, almost all of Kansas, the exception northeast Nebraska, where there are equal chances or normal precipitation expected. 30 days, the month ahead, or at least for the next 30 days, equal chances across most of Nebraska as far as precipitation is concerned, and almost all of Kansas, just a little bit above than expected out in the Panhandle. 90 days of precipitation, though. Most of Nebraska, all of Kansas will see precipitation above average, and we hope that is sure true and that drought monitor continues to improve all the way into the fall season. Well, normal temperatures this time of year should be around 88 for a high and around 65 a low. It's going to be quite a bit cooler by 5 degrees on average through this next week, around 83 for a high and around 63 for a low. The proverbs this week: west wind brings wet weather, east wind cold and wet together. South wind surely brings us rain, north wind blows it back again. Maybe some of you remember that old proverb. That is a look at our grow weather for this week. We hope you have a great week ahead, and you sent some pictures to us. Here they are.
Of course, there's a whole lot going overseas that actually can impact our market numbers.
Here's Jeff Peterson from Heartland Farm Partners with the latest.
Jeff Peterson is here from the Heartland Farm Partners. And Jeff, what factors are currently impacting the markets right now?
You know, it's been an interesting few days of trade. What we've noticed is that actually the trade yesterday put in new lows. Corn went down all the way down to $3.55, and actually corn got down to $10.65 a bushel. And what we are looking at there is we're continuing to see weather challenges out there in some areas. We're getting some areas that aren't quite getting enough moisture, but overall everything actually looks pretty good. We have had a few items in here on the demand side that have showed up. Yesterday the ethanol numbers came out, and actually it was the second highest amount of ethanol we've produced this year, and actually it was the fourth highest week going all the way back, so they've been starting to keep records. So we got some good demand items out there.
All right, and what size crop does the current price represent?
Yeah, that's what everybody's trying to sort out. Right now, what it looks like is that as we look at the corn numbers, it looks like we're dialing in about 170 bushels the acre. That's about 5 bushels the acre higher than what USDA is estimating. And over on the soybean side, it's probably dialing in about 47 bushels, which is about 1.5 bushels higher than what USDA thinks right now.
Wow, and do you expect prices to go lower, or are they at the bottom now?
Yeah, that's what everybody's really trying to figure out. And actually we do. We think we can see a little bit of a bounce here, especially if we'd happen to see a little bit of weather conditions, that follow through that would hurt the crop a little bit. Longer term, we are expecting to see prices still go lower. And I know that's not what farmers want to hear, but that's what it looks like right now.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
And of course, we love seeing those pictures, so keep sending them in, as many as you can. Of course, you can contact us on Twitter and Facebook.
And we'd love to see pictures from County Fair if your kids are out showing 4-H and FFA.
Absolutely. And of course, coming up after the break, you don't want to go anywhere because we're going to take a look at what all this is about, right?
And what this is about is agriculture, raising the food that feeds the world. We'll tell you more.